1 week into the war, the consequences on civilian populations have been devastating. Initial reports focused on significant incidental harm resulting from war fighting in densely populated areas. And in many urban centers of Ukraine, the entanglement of military objectives with civilian presence and civilian objects, further exacerbated by the use of explosive weapons with wide area effect, have resulted in civilian death and injuries. As conflict escalates, we are also observing the increased use of tactics designed to create massive casualties. This includes indiscriminate attacks on populated areas, as well as targeted attacks, although verification of information is very complex at the moment. As a result, civilians, including women and children, have been harmed. Residential buildings, schools, hospitals, and essential infrastructure destroyed. Oil depots, nuclear waste disposals, and power plants damaged. For many, leaving their homes and fleeing within Ukraine to safer areas or out of Ukraine entirely has been the only solution. The other solution is or has been to stay or take shelter. The international community needs to support the adoption of urgent measures to protect the civilian population of Ukraine. The absolute priority is to bring about a ceasefire and stop the fighting. Second, evacuation routes need to be urgently negotiated in order to allow civilians to safely flee. Civilians must not be prevented from fleeing, nor being attacked during the process. Third, humanitarian corridors or green corridors must be established from and into areas exposed to intense fighting, where the dire need of food, medical supplies, and winterization items increases the vulnerability of the population day after day. Fourth, in order to bring about full accountability and transparency, the important work of existing monitoring and investigation mechanisms in Ukraine need to be reinforced and scaled up. And in addition, an independent fact-finding mission, for instance, under the form of an independent international commission of inquiry, needs to urgently be established to hold perpetrators into account. All parties should abide by international humanitarian law and international human rights law, and precautionary measures need to be taken in attack or against the effects of attack to protect the civilian populations of Ukraine. Thank you.